Good morning, everyone, and welcome in today's webinar. My name is Aulia and I'm going to be your moderator for today's event. Before we start, let me introduce our presenter, Olga Amanda Asari. She is an undergraduate student from English Department, Faculty of Letters, Universitas Negeri Malang. She is now studying English Language and Literature for her major. For today's webinar, she's going to present a paper about a path analysis of 5-factor personality traits, self-efficacy, academic locus of control, and academic among online students, written by Ekrem Başakapeli from Faculty of Economics and Administrative Science in Karadeniz Technical University, Turkey. For Olga Amanda, time is yours.
Alright, let's get started. So this study is conducted to see the direct and indirect effects of online learners' personality trait, self-efficacy, and academic locus of control on their GPA. In online learning, the most important elements are the students themselves and student-related factors that affect online learning. First of all is the responsibility, because in online learning, students have to be more active to look for information about their schoolwork and their assignments. While in face-to-face learning, we have our classmates and we have our teacher that can monitor or watch over the students. And second factor is the communication or the feedback problem. Because we have limited communication and interaction, we don't work with others as much as we would in face-to-face learning, and therefore our individual characters stands out. Considering the individual characteristics, interests, needs, and attitudes of the student is important so that online learning process can be as effective as possible. So it is important to know which characteristic would affect a student's academic achievement. This research seeks to address the following questions. What are the direct and indirect effects of the personality traits of students on their academic achievement? And second, what are the effects of students' self-efficacy and locus of control on their academic achievement? And first, we have to know which personality traits are being used in this study. And those are called the 5-factor models. First being conscientiousness, and highly conscientious individuals are orderly and planned, they act dutifully, they take responsibility, they are very passionate, and they are committed to the success. Second, extroversion. And individuals that are extrovert or assertive and sociable, they have confidence in themselves, they are talkative, and they love to be in community and in social environments. Third, openness. Open individuals are generally cultured and they generate new and interesting ideas, they're creative, they have high level of imagination and intellectual curiosity, and they're usually open-minded and don't think the traditional way. Agreeable individuals are compassionate, they are respectful and confident, they prefer cooperation rather than competition, and they adapt easily and they are helpful toward others. And last is neuroticism. An individual who score higher on neuroticism are more likely to be emotionally unstable, and those people are prone to experience negative emotion and feelings such as anxiety, depression, and they're more vulnerable. And next we have self-efficacy and locus of control. Self-efficacy. So to put it simply, it is how strongly people believe that they are able to complete a task successfully. Self-efficacy is closely related to learning and success, and individuals with higher self-efficacy are more resistant to the challenges that they encounter, which ended up with they will become more successful. Next is locus of control. And locus of control is how strongly people believe that they have control over the situation that affect their lives. There are two different locus of control that will be discussed. The participants are 525 students from 2 different universities in Turkey. And the data is collected through 3 different scales. The data will determine the level of each individual characteristics. And the students will take an online class for a semester, an online midterm test, which will be 20% of the total grade, and an offline final exam, which will be 80% of the total grade. And here are the results. There are 2 different lines here. The first are the dotted line from neuroticism, openness, and conscientiousness. And the second are the direct effects, which comes from self-efficacy and external locus of control. And we can also see that extroversion, agreeableness, and internal locus of control do not have any effect towards students' GPA. So we can see that there are variables that have significant effects on academic achievement, and there's variables that are not significant. And the significant ones are first, self-efficacy. This has a positive and direct effects towards students' academic achievement because people with high self-efficacy believe that they are able to complete tasks successfully. And second is the external academic locus of control. These have a negative and direct effects because individuals with high external academic locus of control, they pass their responsibility to other factors other than themselves. So they would blame their failure on their teacher, the system, or the teaching method in this online class. And third is conscientiousness and openness. This has a positive and indirect effects. Online learning requests more responsibility from the students, and online learning could also be determined as a new and different experience. So it could be expected that people who are responsible, decisive, open to new ideas, they should be more successful and academic. Meanwhile, neuroticism have a negative and indirect effects on academic achievement because people who are stressed and anxious on the daily, they would have more difficulty on being successful academically because online learning is a different or an unfamiliar situation. And there are also the variables that have an insignificant effect on academic achievement, and those are extroversion, agreeableness, and internal locus of control. First, extroversion. In fully online education, there is less effective interaction. Therefore, it doesn't have a significant effect. Agreeableness is the same. There's low level of social interaction. It doesn't really affect anything. And internal locus of control. This study reveals that external locus of control contribute better in determining or in predicting the academic achievement compared to internal locus of control.
Thank you, Olga Amanda, for today's excellent presentation. Before I initially close the webinar, let me inform you that the Q&A session will not be held for today. For those of you who would like to ask questions or give suggestions, please post them in the comment section below, and your feedbacks will be responded soon in the next episode. Thank you for participating in today's webinar. Have a nice day, everyone.